Hello everyone, Ian Foxley here. Today is the 19th of October 2015, and what I'm going to do a video today about is my Bitcoin thread that I have, which is quite handy. What I've been doing is for a very long time, for over a year now, is I have a daily payout thread on Bitcointalk. And what I've done is I've purchased multiple contracts with different providers, and then what I do is I provide the latest payout info for those contracts. So let's have a look at the last time I updated the page, which should have been yesterday. The reason it's yesterday is because I haven't had all the payout info out yet for all of the contracts, so that's why I haven't updated it yet. But as you can see here, I have multiple different contracts with mainly Genesis Mining, Spondoolies contract, and Hashnest. And then what I also do is I also paste a couple of payouts from the Genesis Mining X11 contracts, and that's basically Dash and Start Coin, because they're the two coins you can mine directly on Genesis Mining with their X11 contracts. They also do an auto BTC option, and I have that up here. So, for example, these were the payouts for yesterday. So what I've done is, for example, I have for Genesis Mining, I purchased 50 gigahash. So I have a contract here which is based on the old fees of 0.0015 USD per gigahash. Now they came out at the end of January, so they're based on those. And then in last month they also had some new contracts that came out which had a lower fee here, which was 0.0012. And then we have Spondoolies 50 gigahash contract, and their fees are quite high at 0.0019 USD per gigahash. And then we have Genesis Mining's 1 megahash of X11 with BTC Auto, just to see what the payouts are like for that. And over on Hashnest, which is another cloud mining provider, I've purchased 50 gigahash of all the different contracts I have available at the moment. I used to have S2 and Umaso, but they've been terminated since, because the payouts were not profitable anymore. So now I have S3, S4, S5, and also the new S7 contracts, which were hash power, which was released last week. So it's just good. So as you can see, the maintenance fees will vary. For example, on the S3, the maintenance fees are here, and as you go down, the newer machines, the maintenance fee gets less and less because they're more power efficient. And then you have the S7, which is very power efficient, as you can see here. I mean, the S5, it's like half as much. So S7 is very power efficient, and that is why, for example, when you compare the payouts of an S7 to an S3, for example, you can see a huge difference, because with the current price of Bitcoin and the difficulty of Bitcoin at the moment, you don't really get much left of the payout after the fee's been removed. Whereas as you go down and the maintenance fee gets less and less, then obviously you get more payout. Same with Genesis Mining. You have for example, the Spondoolies 50 gigahash pays out the least because the fee is the highest, and then as you go down, for example here, then you see the payouts with the newest contracts pay out the best. And then you have the X11 contracts here at Genesis Mining, which are 1 megahash with no fees whatsoever, because the upfront cost includes maintenance fees and everything for a year. And the payout for that day was actually quite disappointing, because about a week or so ago, it was about in the 30,000 satoshis. In fact, if I just go back probably a couple of pages, let's see. Let's go back down to here, for example. Yeah, for example, on the 3rd of October, which is like one of the first days, you can see the payout was 30,651 satoshis. As you see, there's no S7 there because S7 wasn't out. But if I go back to the last page again, you can see, for example, also do Startcoin and Dash. So these are the latest payouts with an X11 contract with Startcoin and Dash. So that payout will also vary. So it's quite an interesting thread. What I'll do is I'll post a link to this thread in my my description, so that if you ever want to go at any time and just check out what the latest payout infos are, then you can. I mean, this is very useful for everyone. For example, if you interested in buying a contract with Hashnest, you can basically take my 50 gigahash payout and you can divide it by 50, and then you get a per gigahash price, and then you can multiply that by whatever amount you want. Same with Genesis Mining, for example. If you want to find out what the 5 terahash contract is, you can just basically get this payout and multiply it. If you want to find out what 500 gigahash, for example, would pay out, if you purchase 500 gigahash for Genesis mining today, you could take this daily payout, and that would give you an idea. And then what you can do is you can go through my previous thread, you can add up all the totals, and if you then do a week, you can then divide it by 7, and then it'll work out what the average for a week is and things like that. So it's quite a handy little resource. If I go back, for example, now we're back a year ago, so you can go back to a year ago on this thread, and you can look at all the payouts, what the payouts were at the time for 10 gigahash of Genesis mining contract. And as you can see, 10 gigahash a year ago was paying out the same as what 50 gigahash pays out today. And then you had the Genesis mining and Gore miners contracts here. These were the script payouts, because that was what was the in thing at the time, was script mining. And these payouts just went down and then went poof in December, January. So not too good. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Just for another little bit of time capsule stuff here, what I've done is, this is the video from a year ago, and as you can see at the time, Bitcoin was at a lovely $392, which at the time Bitcoin had been going down and down. So at the time, $392 wasn't very good. But when you compare it to the Bitcoin price now, which is about $263 at the time I'm doing this video, there's quite a lot of difference. And as you can see, the payouts were quite nice as well. So yeah, so that's basically that. I just wanted to let you know about my thread. So if you ever want to go on, look at my daily payout info, you can. I do try and update it every day. Sometimes I'm very bad and don't update it every day, especially if I'm traveling or something like that. So if you look on the website and I haven't updated it for a few days, I'm very sorry, but I do try and update it when I can. So I think that about wraps it up for now. So yeah, I'll leave everything in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.